Right. The river Saraswati is mentioned in the Rig Veda, in
Hmm.
Ramayana, in Mahabharata. To what extent do these descriptions of the river Saraswati can be sort of tested and validated on modern scientific research?
Yeah, you asked me my favorite question. Thank you. so, so actually, the next week I am giving a presentation on this very subject at the International Saraswati Conference. So I'm prepared to answer your question. Okay. Yeah. Now this is something I am studying initially indirectly for 20 plus years, and in the last 10 years very directly into the Saraswati research itself. It's a wonderful research that has been carried out, I would say, over last 100 plus years. So to summarize it, uh, I will start with from our times. Okay. Now something beautiful about the Hindu civilization. The river Saraswati that is mentioned in, as you said, Mahabharata, Ramayana, and Rigveda, and many other texts, of course, simply did not exist for last 4,000 years. Last 4,000 years. Okay. I mean, think of it. All the other, most of the other religions simply did not exist 4,000 years ago. Okay. So the Saraswati that is described in this text did not exist last 4,000 years. And guess what? It is so fresh in the memory of the folks of Hindu civilization. So that's something very fascinating. Now, why is it so fascinating? Now let's go back beyond 2000 BC. If you come to the timing of Mahabharata, Mahabharata has 100, 200 plus specific descriptions of Saraswati. Okay, I'll just go further. Ramayana has few. We are going backwards in time. Okay, and then Rigveda is also very rich in the descriptions of Saraswati. Now, we have to, in order to understand Saraswati, we have to also, I mean, understand in a historical context or itihasa context. We also need the dating of, see, that is another benefit of the dating of the text. Otherwise, purely from a Saraswati point of view, I would say the current evidence, and the very recent evidence comes from like 4 months ago, is telling us that Saraswati, that is described in the Indian text, is definitely older than 170,000 years. So in Indian terms, like close to 2 lakhs. Okay. If you say this some places, people will fall off their chairs because they are thinking it's either mythical, or if it existed, it was some small stream flowing somewhere. That's not the case. So just to tell you the history, if we go back, definitely now the latest empirical evidence, more than 170,000 years. But the Mahabharata timing, the way it is described in the Mahabharata, we are talking 6 millennium BCE, like more than 7,500 years ago. And these 200 plus descriptions of Saraswati impeccably, perfectly match with the descriptions of Mahabharata, but also the descriptions of the 6th millennium BCE, based on the hydrology evidence, based on the climatology evidence, and so on. Ditto for Ramayana. And the grand Saraswati of Rigveda, it is described as like a Naditame, Ambitame, Devitame Saraswati, or Giribhya A Samudrat, like starting from high mountains all the way going to the ocean. The new evidence shows us that those descriptions of Rigveda can only exist before 10,000 years, and they were in its all glory going back to 22,000 BC, 30,000 BC, 50,000 BC, and before that. Very rich evidence for Saraswati.